What's up, YouTube? Bobbles and Ball Cards back with another video. Today I have a special guest with me. If you remember, several weeks ago, I did a video discussing are you buying the best rookie card for a future Hall of Famer? So I hope everybody's doing well out there. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And if you haven't, subscribe to the channel and turn the notification bell on. But I am going to bring on none other than the rookie card man himself, Victor, the rookie card specialist. Victor, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, Bobbles, man. Thank you for having me on.
Hey, thank you for joining. This is all, like I told you, we just talked for a couple minutes. This is all new to me as far as doing a recorded session, but I thought you would be someone great. In that video, I said, hey, I would like to talk this out with other people. So if there's anybody else out there that would like to come on and talk, um, I think this is a great conversation, but I thought you would be someone uh, awesome to talk to about. So, start off, tell everybody who you are, and how long you've been collecting and like what you collect. I was peeking at your Instagram and some of the cards on there and everything. So, but tell folks, who are you, like your background collecting wise, and what you collect and everything.
Yeah. Well, I started collecting in 1981 as a 10-year-old boy. Um, that's when I say I became a collector. I continued to collect all through the 80s, and that was the time of the rookie card boom, which was in the pretty prevalent in the 80s. In 1994 or 1991, I became a dealer and I started setting up at card shows and doing that sort of thing. But by 2004, I started getting a little frustrated with the amount of product that was being released. I was trying to keep up and it was just breaking me. So in 2004, I made the decision to step away from the hobby and focus on raising my family. And I was out of the hobby between 2004, but I returned in 2014. So when I came back, I was, getting up to snuff of where the hobby was at and what some of the changes. And I noticed that breaking was pretty prevalent. So I started getting into breaks pretty heavily when I got back. But I didn't like my return on investment on those breaks. I was just bleeding money and getting very little back. So I started to get into buying collections again. I figured, let me get some inventory, and I started buying collections. Unfortunately, because when I got out of the hobby in 2004, unfortunately, I sold everything to a local dealer.
So you've started over as well. I
Started
told my
over.
story a few videos ago. I've actually had to start over twice now.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And then but the collections, that was just so much bulk, so much time you got to devote to going through them. And I was like, man, this isn't really doing it for me either. What do I want to focus my collecting on? And it hit me, rookie cards of Hall of Famers and PSA slabs, which is what I was into prior to me leaving the hobby. So I just kind of picked the baton back up. Now they have set registries, which I absolutely fell in love with the concept. And I didn't know they had set registries until 2015. And when I got bit by that bug, look out, here we go. And so I started several set registries. But at the same time, my focus was always Hall of Famers. But at the same time, I was really excited about looking at for rookie cards of like Francisco Lindor and Javi Baez, Chris Bryant. I'm a big Cubs fan, and those guys at the time, 2014, 2015, they were huge. And so I go to eBay because I want to purchase some of their rookie cards. And I'm looking at eBay listings, and everything from 2010 to 2015 on the eBay auction listings said that it was a rookie card. And I'm like, wait a minute here. I know I was gone for 10 years, but how can somebody have 5 years worth of rookie cards? And so I did notice that some of the cards had an MLB RC logo on them, And I just found that curious. I said, okay, this must be the rookie card, but what's this about? And so I started researching and digging. And the more I researched, the more questions I had. And I just became absorbed with the topic. And I started digging through the internet at every nook and cranny that spoke about rookie cards. And I started getting on forums, and the conversation's pretty deep there. But one guy told me, you want to check out Beckett Baseball Card Magazine, issue number 247, released October of 2005. That's going to explain it to you. So I said, okay. I picked up that issue, and that issue, the entire issue, dealt with the Major League Baseball Players Association stepping into the industry and kind of giving some guidelines on what rookie card guidelines are going to look like going forward. So that was a big aha moment for me, and I just really started to research and study, and I started a website in 2016. That became my platform to just kind of stimulate my thoughts. I'm kind of like you, a thinking man, and that's what I like
Hmm.
about your channel, Bobbles. Your gears are always moving, man.
I love it, man. So a couple of things, just real quick off
Yeah,
topic here. I seen your video where you updated your website with the Ten Commandments to include or to actually remove the negligence of parallel cards. And this is kind of off topic. I might really need to get with you one day because
yeah,
I've been trying to build a website and I've done websites before. I am clueless with WordPress, and I seen you were using WordPress, so you
yeah.
might be able to help me out because
Sure.
I've done CSS and HTML, but WordPress, it has got me lost. So anyway,
Okay. Yeah.
um, all right. So you mentioned the Beckett magazine and the MLBPA rules, and for those not maybe aware of what those rules are. Um, it basically states that a player's rookie card has to be after they made their MLB debut. It has to be part of a pack issued base set sort of thing. There's a bunch of details. Now, I will say I've done digging, man, like you said. I've actually found different, like on Wikipedia, there's other links to go to on that it'll branch off to. And the rule has a little bit of a gray area there still, even though the MLBPA got involved. Do you think that with them now being more involved, that the players and stuff are going to be getting a chunk from the manufacturing and everything with this new contract with Fanatics? Do you think that'll be tightened up a little bit more? Maybe we're not gonna have some of these shenanigans?
I hope so, but it's I don't know. It's really hard to you know read on it yet because they haven't really discussed the details of that. So, but I do hope that it does tighten the belt a little bit. And it's not that they're doing that they're not following the rules. They are following the rules. The only thing is that manufacturers always take advantage of the gray areas, and they seem to
Right.
create these little gimmick cards and these little gimmick sets that kind of throw the hobby for a kind of a loop. Like, hey, what's going on here? And so they don't always have the collector's best interest at heart. It seems. I don't want to make accusations without having evidence of that, but you know, yeah,
So it's been a bit now, and the topic kind of wore off, but let's bring back up one of the elephants that was in the room of the recent discussion of the rookie card and what is or is not. And that would be the players that were in the Bowman's Best product. The and the debate on whether or not, since technically those cards met the guidelines to be considered a rookie card, whether or not they were a rookie card. And this is where I kind of got confused because if you want to go by the rule, technically a lot of those guys wouldn't, like, although they were included in a pack issued um base set, to me the way the rule was written, some guys, like, I'm a Nationals fan obviously, and Brady House is in that product. So by statement, he does and does not fit the rookie rule because he's never made his MLB debut. So that was kind of a an odd one there because people are saying, well, Wanders is a rookie card, but I was looking at like Marcelo Mayer and Brady House and I think is Benny Montgomery in there? I can't remember, but a lot of the prospects were in there, and they were also part of that base set. Now, one thing I did notice is the background of the card was different, and I wonder if Topps just said, it's mostly adult men buying this product. They can tell that this is the MLB card and this is a prospect card. Do we really need to separate the numbering and tell them which is which? I'm wondering if that was kind of like the brain thought, or if they were rushing the product out and said, let's not make the subset. Let's just go and make it all one set. But the design will differentiate them. So what's your thoughts on that? Is the
Yeah.
Bowman's Best Wander his rookie card?
I'm going to say no, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because we have in the guidelines, and I created a list of 10 guidelines that kind of tell you all of the rules of the rookie card. But the thing is, commandments 1 through 5 on that list, those are the rules that the Players Association dictated to the industry. Commandments 6 through 10 are what the hobby has declared as guidelines for a rookie card. And the problem that we have now is that the manufacturers do not follow the guidelines of the hobby. They are under no authority of the hobby. Now, they follow the rules dictated by the PA because legally they have to, but they do not follow what our definition of a rookie card is. I would love for them to. That's my grand goal is to get the PA to recognize that the hobby has a set of guidelines as well, and let's make that a part of it. So, in the case of the 2021 Bowman's Best, Wander Franco, technically, they did not violate any rules by the PA. Now, they did create some kind of gimmick, a little shenanigan that they did, because I find it to be, where one of the commandments that the PA set was that a rookie card must be branded with an identifier. Okay. And so that Bowman's Best, Wander Franco, doesn't have that.
Right.
Okay. Now it has to come from a base set. That's a hobby rule. That's not a PA rule. And so, and it really is, when you look at the history and the way the Bowman's Best brand is built, those cards with a different background should technically have been a subset or insert set.
And historically, they would be like
Correct.
the number. I can't remember exactly if it was like BBP for Bowman's Best Prospect or something like
Correct.
that. And then the number, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm trying to just go off of foggy memory, but the veteran set would be like 200 cards or something like that, and then it would follow up with the prospect cards, and that would be like 50 or 100 prospect cards, and it would sequential out to what essentially the 2021 set came to, 250, 300 cards, whatever, but they would be broken up from the veterans being your 1 through 200 or whatever, and then it would start with the Bowman's Best Prospect, whatever.
Right.
So now this follows up to my next question. And I love that on your commandments, you state 5 of them are dictated by the Manufacturing and Players Association, and 5 of them are dictated within the hobby.
Tradition.
Because, yeah, so because my thought on this all, and honestly, before I got to dive in more with your channel, or hearing things you said or discussed with, like, I watched your video with Scott and Natsman and everything. um I was kind of like, and again, I told you I love those back pages. I love watching his stuff. But when I heard the rules statement, I'm sitting here thinking, I didn't know we had a right or wrong way about approaching our collection. And that's something that we're going to, a topic I want to get into today.
Mhm.
So, this question, and I think you kind of explained it, — the rookie rules, or the 10 commandments you've set, Do they necessarily matter for all collectors, and why? And when I say that, do they matter and why? And just as an example, let's say, and this isn't a rookie, but I'm just going to throw it up because it was sitting here, a Zach Cozart Chrome Pink Refractor. Okay, this doesn't fit the rules set in by, well, you changed it now for parallels, but there's no set thing that tells me that if this is my favorite card, that it's right or wrong to collect it. That's kind of what I'm asking. Do we really need, as a collector, to stick within those rules? Or if I like, I don't know, Prism, if I like a guy's Prism rookie card because of the design of it, is it wrong of me to collect that?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, Bubbles. I mean, it's a hobby as collectors, right? We're going to collect whatever it is that we like. Okay.
Okay.
But now I don't want us to mix apples and oranges, because now what we have to figure out is, in this sea of cards being produced, Shohei Otani, for example, let's take him. I did an article. I looked up the data. He has 2,180 cards produced in 2018. Which one of those do I want to collect? Well, my proposal, and what I'm really striving to is, I'm not trying to tell you which ones to collect and which not to collect. I'm saying is, let's properly identify which cards are which, and then let's make a decision from there. But it's going to take a little bit of homework on our end to kind of figure out what really is going on here with Shohei Otani. So the first thing I did was, and here's where, you know, I did, and here's where the rub starts to come in, right? So any Panini product for Shohei Otani in 2018,
You
when I look at
eliminate it.
those are eliminated. Okay. And why? Because the rules set by the industry say that a rookie card must be licensed by both the league and the Players Association. Panini doesn't have that. So when I'm trying to properly identify rookie cards, I delete Panini because they're not properly licensed. Now, are they fantastic cards to have and own? Absolutely. And to me, they're prettier than actually the Topps cards, because they have some great design elements in that product. But now, nothing against Panini, but when I'm trying to properly identify and figure out what is a true rookie, then I have to omit Panini product. So what I'm left with is 2,180 cards. From
So
there,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
from there, I have to, okay, now what am I left with? Okay, insert cards. Since the beginning of time when insert cards came out, they have not been um, deemed as rookie cards. But yet today, everything has that rookie card logo. Inserts, subsets, on-demand product, everything has the rookie card logo on it. And so, okay, so what I'm trying to do is filter through the mess and figure out which ones are true rookie cards, which ones comply with the rules not only set by the PA, but which ones also line up with hobby tradition. And what I'm left with is Shohei Otani actually has 30, I believe 36 true rookie cards that actually comply with the guidelines.
All right. So I have a couple things here. I'm gonna share a screen real quick, and I know you do football and stuff as well. So this is something that I noticed on a first look of a product that's coming up that just blows my mind. I want to get your opinion on this. This is outside of baseball, but this is a topic that's been pretty popular in sports cards right now. And I'll go ahead and share this screen. So football, we just had Prism come out, and as you were stating, just the Otani numbers and how many rookie cards are out there, or how many different cards Otani has, and I'm assuming that's including like every separate parallel and everything. Was that the number
Correct.
total? Okay.
Parallels, inserts, just on the
So,
top side. If we include
right,
Panini, he has over 5,000.
right. So this was something interesting when you mentioned how the insert cards have the rookie card logo.
Mhm,
Now, this is from Flawless. This is, Panini's, it was the highest end football product. However, news alert, Panini is putting out an Eminence product this year for football, even though, we're about to go into the 2022 season and these are still 2021 rookie class. But anyway, this is Flawless. Do you notice anything about these two shield cards? And this is like the card outside of the shield auto. This is the card that people would chase. But do you notice anything different about these two cards?
yeah, the Mac Jones doesn't have the rookie card identifier.
How about that? So first off, I was like, wait a second. They're watering this product down because obviously there's going to be many different examples of the shield because this one you can see it has a big open box and you can see part of the jersey and everything. And then
Mhm.
this one has like a little design here. I personally like this one better. I think that's a clean look. But then I started looking at the card and I was like, wait a second. It's like missing something. And so do you think this is going to be something a new way for them to slip more cards in to make more products?
Yeah, possibly. I don't know much about the Flawless brand. I'm wondering if it's perhaps, got a rookie card identifier on the card back, because sometimes, but not always, but on a rare occasion, they'll put the RC logo on the back or some type
I
of identifier.
I couldn't find a back picture. I honestly was
Yeah.
curious of it because I wanted to see if these were even game used
Yeah, but I mean, what a
because
great question. I mean, what's up with this? Is this a rookie card, or is this an insert or a subset, or you know?
well, the shield used to be the creme de la creme, you know?
Mm,
You had the Shield 101, you had the Shield Auto 101. I will also say, there was some other I didn't capture screenshots of them when I found them, but, there is vertical Shield autographs, there's horizontal Shield autographs just within this one product this year. So, it looks like Panini didn't just, inflate Prism and bloat it out the gate, I
yeah,
think what did I say? There was 43 different parallels for Prism. Looks like Flawless is getting some added bonuses too. So, and these are encased cards, which you only get what, 2 per box maybe? 2 or 3, I can't remember how they do it in football. That's another thing, it's different with every sport or first off the line and this, that, and the other. But yeah, I found this interesting. I seen it on and it was their post, their first look, and I was like, "What the heck is going on with this?" So,
that is interesting.
anyway,
Yeah.
alright, now, next topic. Um, you mentioned you personally immediately disregard Panini from the rookies, but you're a fan of the PSA set registry. Now, by admittance, and many people know, I do not participate in the PSA set registry, and it's more so I grade with SGC, and this isn't a PSA SGC debate. This is I use them because of the service they provide, but I do really like the thought of the registry. I just don't want my cards to have to be, specifically attached to one slab. I would love if somebody could create a universal set registry so we as collectors, if you want yours in PSA because that's the company and slab you prefer, that's awesome. But if I want mine in SGC, I think we should still be able to, as collectors, as friends, and as a hobby, add that little competitive touch in there to say, well, here's my collection, because we all have that in us. We're
Yeah.
never going to have the greatest collection out there, but it's fun. It adds another element to the hobby being fun. And I really wish we could have it where it meshed together. And instead of, the PSA news came out and everybody's talking about grading wars. Instead of having a war, I wish we could bring it together and just have that universal nature of it to where we can see, oh, that's an awesome 8 on a mantle you got or whatever. So that's something I wish would happen, somebody could create. But Back to the topic here. You mentioned you disregard Panini from the beginning, and right here I noticed Panini is on the Juan Soto rookie set checklist.
Mhm.
What is your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's a great question, and I was, um here's the thing with the industry. The industry is gonna do whatever the hobby wants. They're not gonna necessarily follow guidelines or principles or collecting tradition. They're gonna follow whatever it is that the industry that the hobby wants. So, if you want a Juan Soto Panini rookie set registry, you got it. But here's the thing with the set registry. When you look at the newer stuff, you're going to see a mixture of Tops and Panini product. Now, I reached out to PSA and I explained to them, "Hey, what's up with the rookie set registry, and why do we have a mixture of brands in here?" And their reply was that they follow Beckett guidelines. Whatever Beckett says is a rookie card, that's what they go by. So my
That's
my
that.
my my issue then I followed
That's
up.
interesting.
Yeah, I followed up with Beckett. I followed up with Beckett, and I know somebody who works for Beckett, and I reached out to them on social media, and I basically was just kind of throwing some stuff at them back and forth. We were going back and forth, and at the end of that conversation, it was basically, I hear what you're saying, I understand what you're saying, but at the bottom, when push comes to shove, we have to do what we're told. So regardless of the debate of what if it's a rookie card or not, at the end of the day, we got to mark it up as a rookie card because that's what we're told to do.
All right. So, with that in mind, and you mentioned the industry is going to do what the industry wants to do. Do you feel, and you don't have to, if you don't want to answer this, I don't know your associations with anybody, but do you think sometimes this stuff is just another way to increase revenue? Because if you notice here, there is one, two, three, four, five, six different Chronicles cards. So this is not only Panini putting out, and obviously the Chronicles is a very fun brand to open. You're going to get lots of the rookie players in it. Um, but then when you see PSA throwing a registry out and saying, well, this one product, you need to get the PSA slab card for one, two, three, four, five, six different cards of this one product, which Chronicles, by the way, is a lower end product. It and with the prices what they are now, at $30, your best lowest rate to even get a card graded. I mean, yes, it's Juan Soto, and I'm a huge Nationals fan, but some of this stuff just doesn't make any sense. And then on top of that, you toss in, and this is something I want to get into further as well, but
Mhm.
there's autos in here. Now, should autographs be considered a player's, I I don't want to say rookie card, because I guess where we're mixing conjecture is rookie season or rookie considered player and then rookie card. I think that's kind of getting put into a blender here because
Correct.
there's like Topps Fire. Come on. Like, again, that's a Topps branded product. It's a licensed product, but it's up here in the Chronicles realm of, you know,
Yeah.
and I guess that could be argued with, well, people like the Topps flagship, and that's a low end set too. It shouldn't be determined upon, um, set elegance or price or whatever.
Right.
But we need to, I guess, to get to the main topic here. And this plays off the video I did a few weeks ago. I noticed, and let me go back to page one because we were looking at this. I noticed on the Hall of Fame, and this is post-war, it doesn't go back to the Gaudis and T206s and all that. This is just post-war rookies. So that runs starting in 1948. I noticed in 48 you had the Bowmans and Leafs, which obviously predates Tops. I love for some of the tougher to get players, the more significant players or guys who had cards in both, like Jackie Robinson. They do give you the option because let's be honest, the Leaf is expensive. When you get to 52, Tops takes over as Rain. And I don't know if you follow my Instagram posts or not, but I watched Rolling with FD a few nights ago, and they was on there, and the guy he had on was talking about the Minoso rookie. Minoso is a newly inducted Hall of Famer, and they added his Tops Minoso to the registry card. And that's the card I've heard several people now discussing. I need to pick up a Minoso. And I keep hearing the Tops. And so I own a Bowman, a 52 Bowman Minoso rookie, and I put that up. And I was like, just so folks know, if you really want a Minoso rookie, this card is actually lower populated between, and I only used SGC and PSA because they're more the higher populated vintage companies. But I was like, this card is got a lower pop between the two companies, and it's like 50% the price. And personally, I think the image is better. So, what is your thoughts on that when, you know,
Yeah.
they here when once Tops became the brand, it became what they put on this list. And then my point of my video that I did was when I noticed here in 1984, Tops no longer became the choice of the registry. And even still today, or up to the current uh,
Yeah.
newest player on the list, Tops doesn't have a card on there.
So this is what happens. Let's go back to the Minoso for a minute. Uh, Here's what happens with the set registry, in particular, this one, the Hall of Fame set registry. What PSA does is they will send an email to everybody who is registered for that set registry, and they will take a survey on which card they would want to see on the set registry for a certain player, and
Okay.
that's how they end up putting that card. So Tops Minoso is the one that the people who are in that registry wanted.
That's interesting. So from 1952 to 1984 or 83 was the last year.
Right.
So that is all been determined by the folks who are, I guess, registered with PSA and participate in the registry and this, that, and the other. And then in 84, they all decided, well, now we're bored with Tops. Let's go Fleer, Donruss Fleer. And there was a card on here. Let me see if I can remember where it is. Okay, it's not on these. It must be over on this one. So the question I had was, are we buying the, and again, this goes back to the topic, do the rules matter? Because as collectors, we can buy and collect and own whatever cards we enjoy. That's one thing I want to make perfectly clear in this video. This is no right or wrong way to do any of this. This was a forecasting out in the future because I know me as a collector, sometimes I miss out before a card gets too expensive and then it's hard to obtain it. So if we look out ahead and try to predict, okay, which card should we be picking up today? Not necessarily because we want to flip it, but we want to obtain it before it gets like out of our reach. Are we focusing and looking at the proper cards for future Hall of Famers? So I'm going to hop over here to what is the future Hall of Fame player set list. And are these ones that have already been said? If these guys make it, this is what we want to see by those registry participants. Are
Yeah,
these
I've seen
locked
it.
in stone?
I 9 out of 10 times the card that is in here is the card that's going to be in the Hall of Fame set registry.
Okay, so this brings up a great question to me then. These cards right here, these SP Authentics, Ichiro and Albert Pujols, do you feel those should be on the registry? Because if I am not mistaken, those are serial numbered cards.
I don't remember, but, as far as because they're so pricey, you're meaning? Is that what you're questioning? Why
Well,
would they
I'm let's
why
see
would
if
they
it'll
put
show
that
me.
in if it's so pricey?
Yes,
Yeah,
so
if they're
this is a
serial num
serial numbered card.
Yep,
So you are now constraining the registry to only 1,250 cards, and as we know, all 1,250 may not even be pulled, and all 1,250 may not go to PSA. So now you are essentially limiting the amount of people that could even participate in this registry.
that's a great
What is
point.
your feeling on that?
Yeah, that's an absolutely great point, and probably one that should be directed towards PSA, in an email, because I can see that being a problem, and that's not to say that there's 1,250 out there. There might be only like 800. We
Right,
don't
that's
know.
what I'm saying. There could be, there's still sealed packs of that, we know. And you
Yeah,
have 2 guys that are gonna be popular coming up. And the reason, I brought that one up is because it's on this list. But, if you're gonna do this, why not come down here and say, just if we wanna have fun with it, and you're gonna put from '04 on, why not start doing, like, for Trout? Why not do the Topps Gold? You have at least 2011 of those, rather
good
than
point.
1,250 of the Ichiros.
Good point. Yep.
So that was just something, and someone pointed this out. I don't remember if it was you or they commented on my video, and I appreciate them because I look at the Hall of Fame. I'm a Hall of Fame rookie collector myself. But I don't do the registry. I just use it as kind of a checklist.
Right.
Just I've been getting a lot into non-sport stuff just while the hobby's kind of in this where are we gonna, settle in at phase.
Yeah.
I've just been having fun and something I've been doing, you know, to have a lot of fun and like you said, diving deep into stuff. I've been going to VCP and trading card database and just researching what like today on Instagram I posted this a Queen Elizabeth,
Nice.
you know, and it's just been fun looking up and it's all about the hunt. That's what it is. Diving in, what's out there, what's on these checklists, what does a person have, and can I
Yeah.
even find it?
And
You know?
here's the thing, Bobbles, that I'd like to say about rookie cards in particular. And it seems like, in the 80s, it was the overarching principle was that everybody should have an equal chance at owning said card. Okay.
Hmm.
But now as the hobby has evolved, as rookie cards have evolved, and we get into serial numbers and we get into parallels, it seems like we've gotten away from fair and equal chance to the less the better. And so what we do is we limit the number of people that can actually have or a chance at owning said card because there's only 299 of them or 1,250. So the rest of you who missed the boat, that's oh well for you. And that's the heartburn that I have with serial numbered low end rookie cards because man, that's tough, and you're excluding a large portion of the hobby and you're putting those lucky few on a pedestal.
So, and for those that may not understand a little bit here, and I don't participate in it, but something that also plays into this registry is there's people that basically compete. PSA has like a Hall of Fame, a registry Hall of Fame, and this, that, and the other, and these guys compete, and you know, and you mentioned, did I think that the Ichiro was on there or should it be on there because of how much it's worth? And that's sometimes what I wonder because correct me if I'm wrong, this weight that you see over here, that's the point system that you get added to your registry score when you add these cards in, but to get this weight, you need like I believe the highest copy available, correct? Like to if I had a Whitey Ford and an authentic, it's not going to add 7 to my score. It's a weighted score based upon the grade and like how many of those grades are available, right?
I believe that's how it works. Yeah. Now I don't get into the competition side of things either. I actually kind of detest it. But as far as the checklist is concerned, is what I get into. But yeah, I believe
Right.
that weight is going to it's going to show you the degree of difficulty in getting that card, or it could be value. I'm not 100% sure on that, Bubbles.
Yeah, well, the reason I was curious on if you knew further. So if you look at the futures one, and we can put this in order. So if you look here, the Ichiro is only a 1.5
Hmm,
on the weighted scale. And then
interesting.
you come back over here, and in a 1.5 range, you're going to be looking at like a Chrome Roy Halladay.
Yeah.
Or a it goes from a 97 Bowman Chrome Halliday up to 48 Leaf, Monty or early win, that type of thing. So it's
Yeah.
interesting how them scores are, and I know that plays into part and why some guys might um add certain cards to this versus others. Um so I guess the question is, do would you agree with this list? And since we looked at the Juan Soto and you see the autographs and stuff like this on here, do you think that this potentially, because this is only going out to 2014, and it does have Mookie and DeGrom, and we have Trout
Right.
on there. Do you think these will ever shift with so many different cards? Like in 2022 now, for example, Wander Franco is going to have God knows how many rookie cards. Do you think that PSA or these registry guys may one day say, well, we want the first Bowmans. It's not about the rookie anymore. We just want the most prevalent card of the player on this checklist. Do you think that would become something?
Yeah, it's totally possible. It just depending on, the hobby trend, how it evolves. But it's it's possible. I today thinking about a first Bowman on here is kind of hard, because the line between prospecting collectors and purist collectors is pretty strong. So I don't know if that'll happen tomorrow, but can it happen in the future? Nothing surprises me anymore, Bubbles.
Right. Okay, so we will wrap this up here shortly. I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Uh-oh.
Okay. We are in 2022. The key guy for this season is Wander Franco. He is going to be a Hall of Famer in the future. If I wanted to continue on and be ahead of the trend, which rookie card, and it can be, his first Bowman auto, his first Bowman paper chrome, it could be his Topps chrome autograph, it could be his Topps paper rookie, it could be the 2021 Bowman's best, card, it can be a refractor, whatever. Which card would you say should be his set registry, his most important card that we as collectors should focus on for the future,
Yeah,
especially knowing that his tops card is probably at about a 1 million to
I
1.25
know.
million print run.
Yeah. The easy answer would be to own them all, right? And that way you're covered. However, here
Right.
here's the thing, and I think it's all subjective. So, but here's the thing: we have to develop our own conviction as to what is a rookie card, what is our definition of a rookie card, what is it that we want in our collection, what is it that we like, and then determine from there. But in order for you to develop a conviction on something like this, we have to be informed. And so we have to take a little bit of time. It may seem a little bit of a daunting task, but we should learn what history of the hobby, what we know about it when it comes to rookie cards and how it's evolved, and we look at trends, kind of like what you're doing here, looking at these set registry checklist, and we can see trends where it was all Bowman and now it's tops and things like that. But then
And now
we
we
have
don't
to,
know.
yeah, but that, there's a significant difference when today we there's a difference, I believe, and here's my identification process, which I have adopted from ComC. There is a difference between pre-rookie cards, actual rookie cards, and what we call rookie year cards. And your rookie year cards is going to be where your autographs and your inserts and your subsets, those are all cards that were printed in during the player's rookie year. But are they true rookie cards? Because now the true rookie cards are the cards that fall into compliance with rookie card guidelines. Those get the true RC identifier. And then we have pre-rookie card, which is all of the Bowman's prospect cards
Hmm.
that there is out there. So we have to pick our lane and which one is most important to us, but have proper identification process. Don't call a prospect card a rookie card, and don't call an insert a rookie card, because historically, hobby tradition, there is a difference. And that's how come we have 5 years worth of rookie cards for a certain player on eBay, because we don't know everything's a rookie card. And no, there is a difference. And when you look at these checklists, they are formulated by um, rookie cards that are, that they come from a base set, that they come from a pack distributed nationally, that they come from, there's this criteria. And so I guess it's all subjective as to which one we want. Now, as far as the Wander Franco, I don't know. To me, it's still to be determined, because all the product is not out yet. But some people lean heavily towards the 2021 Bowman's Best. And hey, if that's the one you want, there's nothing wrong with owning it. Me personally, I kind of like the Topps Chrome rookies, and I would probably lean more towards that, in my opinion.
Okay, so your choice would be the Topps Chrome. Now, with the trajectory of way not only prices have been, because look at the pre-order boxes for Topps Chrome, it's insane. And then we know the prints have gone up and up. Would you say the refractor? Would you say the Topps Chrome autograph? I have a card in mind that I will say I don't think it fits the bill for the set registry per se, but I have a card that I've actually been attracted to with players in over the course of recent years, um, that I like for scarcity, but yet aesthetics, and it's still a nice card. It's a known card, and it's from products that are sought out. But so on the Wander Franco, would you just say the Topps Chrome base would be the one that you would set for? And I get we don't know all the products and all that yet.
Yeah.
Um, but would that be your choice, just the Topps Chrome base rookie card?
Personally, yes. I'm a base rookie card collector. I don't prefer parallels at all. I get parallels and I sell them right away, because I'm not a fan for my PC now. I'm not a fan of parallel rookie cards, so I would choose the base all day.
Okay. So I'm a little bit different in that aspect, and that's
Mhm,
why earlier when we were talking about the rules and this and
mhm,
that, do they matter as a collector? Because personally, you know, I'm the type of, if I like this, then that's my choice, because this is a
100%.
hobby. Where
Yep.
it's all meant to have fun, and if this is what I choose and this is what makes me happy, that's what I want. So when it comes to Topps Chrome, I'll tell you, I like X Fractors. I think the design of them is nice. I like the look of the parallel, and they're also limited enough that there's not. an overabundance of them because those are mega box exclusive. For another aspect of rookie card, and when we're in this parallel serial number age, a card that I feel that is underappreciated and undervalued. Now it's going to be even more limited, so it can't. That's why I said it couldn't be in consideration for this checklist because the Ichiro's at 1250, and we're sitting here discussing that. That's too low, really. But I like the Bowman Chrome Refractor. It's out of 499 for most of your guys' rookie cards. They're going to be out of 499. It's a simple aesthetic refractor. It's not you don't have to worry about whether it's pink, purple, blue, green, orange, yellow polka dotted or anything like that. It's the simple refractor, shiny look to it. Nice looking card, but there's only 499 of them. So that's one that I've really been interested in. So with the tops, I like the X Fractor, and with the Bowman Chrome, I like just the regular refractor. I think 499 is enough out there with as many people that just sell cards
Yeah.
today,
Mhm.
that there's enough that you will find them pop up. It has a bit of value to it, so if I'm spending money on something and the player doesn't pan out, Wander Franco doesn't become that Hall of Famer, then at least it still has a limited supply to them. Really, because I mean, you said you were around in the 80s and 90s and everything, and we got to a point where some of these guys you can buy their tens for a dime a dozen because there were just so many of them. So I do like the aspect of there being some limitation to the availability. Now, when it would come to this listing thing, I think you're right. I think, the Chrome or something like that, where there's not going to be a million copies of or at least I hope there's not a million copies of the base card out there, that it does give it some restrictive nature on how many of them are made, but it also is a nice aesthetically pleasing. I think we are getting into the Chrome age where, I mean, this only goes to 14. You could probably argue to put Mookie and DeGrom's Chromes on there. Um, Trout doesn't have a Chrome, a Topps Chrome rookie. So, I think as further we get along, I think you're absolutely right. I think we're going to get into that Chrome age. Um, so yeah, I thought this was a great conversation. I'd love to talk further with you about this kind of stuff because I see your passion for the collecting side of the hobby, the purest nature of the hobby, and I really appreciate that. So um,
Yeah, there's
go
still.
check out Victor's Instagram. I wanted to throw that out there for everybody. Go follow him on Instagram. Here is his Instagram, the true underscore RCs. And then his YouTube channel, Victor the Rookie Card Specialist. Go subscribe to him on there. So, any further thoughts, comments?
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, Bobbles. And I think the all encompassing goal of what I'm trying to do is basically just try to understand and bring clarity to a lot of what's happening. I know there's a lot of us older collectors that have come back to the hobby recently, and there's just we can get lost in the sea of rookie cards, and there's just so much clutter. And all I'm trying to do is properly identify certain cards so that then I can go and make an informed purchases according to what I like. And I think that's important for all of us to understand. We have to understand that there are some purist collectors out there, and they have a wealth of experience and knowledge of how the hobby has evolved. But at the same time, us purist collectors have to understand that there's a new way of doing things, that there is a new generation of collectors that are now at the realm, and we have to um, come to terms with what's going on. And so I think merging the two and kind of splitting up and deciphering what is a pre-rookie card, what is actually a rookie card, and what is a rookie year card kind of brings a lot of clarity to this sea of rookie cards in the hobby, because everything, there can't be 5 years worth of rookie cards in on eBay. There just, there shouldn't be. And so what I'm trying to do is just bring a little bit of clarification in that aspect. I'm not trying to tell anybody what, man, collect what you want. And
Right, right.
I have parallel rookie cards. I'm not saying that I don't own any, because I do. But do I prefer them? And no, I don't. Well, why? Well, because I have a purist mindset from back in the 80s. And there's nothing wrong with that, but there's nothing wrong with parallels either. So,
I think that's and that's something great that is I feel has came out of this video, and I'm glad I asked some of the questions I did, because I think if people don't know really who you are, they could look at it as, well, why is this guy trying to govern the hobby by
mhm,
putting out a 10 commandments? And I know it's just the way you named it.
yeah,
Um,
it's just a
but
marketing thing. That's all
at
that
the
is.
end of the right, and at the end of the day, I think what it boils down to is you're just trying to put out information to someone maybe that's coming in and sees, and this is just a number throwing it, but you had mentioned like 1,800 different Shohei Otanis, and they're like, oh, which way do I go? And you're trying to set out like a little bit of a handbook,
Mhm,
not guidelines, not you have to do this or you have to do that, but kind of a handbook of where to start, a place to start.
yeah.
And I completely agree with you. People coming in, people that have came in even the last 2 years, I think some of what we're seeing with the decline now, granted, things got out of hand. I'm not going to disagree with that, but things were going to raise anyway because of an increase in demand with people coming into the hobby. Now, it got out of hand, but I think many of those people came in, and one reason it got so far out of hand is because they didn't have a handbook. They had other people on YouTube, some of which, and no offense to anybody that does YouTube, because this is a fun place to meet people and talk about the hobby and that sort of thing. But some of those people that were conveying information, they didn't even know what was going on. So then that was also being misinformed to the new people, and it just got this whole, space was just out of whack. I think people are starting to learn. It's starting to make a clearer picture, and that's why things are kind of settling back down to where they should have been in the first place. I think we still have a larger hobby than we did, pre 2020. And I think things are getting more normalized. Now, the downside to that is with that boom and that demand, the manufacturers, they went all in on it, and they are printing to the moon, as we like to say. And there's new product like over and over and over every year. So that just makes the handbook more necessary because it gets even more confusing. And why I had this question for the future, what really should we be looking at? Because even by these checklists, we can see every year it's not the same card. It's not just tops anymore. They might want the base flagship this year and a top's finest or a Bowman's best or a Bowman Chrome. It could be a different card each year. And I did not realize, because again, I don't participate, I didn't realize that these lists were more about those involved in it. And that could be a reason why it changes so much, is because the guys that participate, they might be like, well, I have a bunch of these fleers already. Let me vote for this one. And, really, that might not have been the card that should have been on there.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see how all that works. I
Yeah.
say, again, do what you enjoy.
Mhm.
Um, so
Speak
on a close, go ahead.
speaking of handbooks, Bobbles, I wanted to reference, and the only reason why I made the YouTube channel is because of my website. I do have a website, it's truerookiecards.com. On the homepage there, I kind of explain to you my entire process of thinking, and then what I give you is, oh, you're looking it up right now. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I've actually been to it.
okay. And then if you scroll down, I'll give you the explanation of what I'm doing and how I come up with
Right
the
here.
criteria, right? And then
Okay.
if you scroll down a little bit more, you're going to see, choose your category. And if you, I was going to tell you, open up current greats, and here you can open up Shohei if you want.
So you kind of put together your own little list.
I've given you a list of every true rookie card that is in existence for mostly Hall of Famers, because that's typically my focus. But here,
Right.
as you can see, there is just a sea of cards here, and I've taken the time to really dissect and to show you front and back image. I'm going to give you the list of parallels and their odds, and I'm going to give you a list of the inserts, which I have labeled and identified as rookie year cards.
Right. Yeah. No, this is great. I was actually wondering if you, because I had been to the website, as you seen, it popped right up. Um, but I hadn't went to this portion of it. So this is actually great. And anybody out there, like if you've gotten this far, I know this is an hour long now. I can sit and talk cards all day, man. It's just in me. People are like, "Hey, do you have a minute to talk on the phone?" And we're like, I look at the phone, and we've been on the phone for 4 hours, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is great. If anybody's gotten this far, go check this out. If you're ever confused, or if you ever, the great thing about this that you can see, here, Topps Fire. Had you not ever seen a Topps Fire Shohei Ohtani? He gives you a front and back view, and then obviously, here is all the different parallels, and then he has inserts if you wanted to build an insert list. One thing that used to be heavily popular, which I think the manufacturers, especially like, we were discussing Prism Football. One thing that used to be great to do, and I actually, on that wall back there, on that bat case, I have my Michael Taylor. Michael Taylor is a huge PC guy for me. He's on the Royals now. Um, but doing rainbows,
Mhm.
chasing rainbows, that used to be the funnest thing in this hobby. But now, when you're getting into these lists where there's 40 some different parallels,
It's hard.
it's impossible.
Mhm.
It's literally impossible. I mean, I started his rainbow, I think, in 2017, and I don't have the full thing.
Mm.
Um, there is one card that I have stated, and people that have followed my channel for a long time know that if I ever seen this card anywhere, I would pay whatever I am capable of paying for this card, and that's a Superfractor. I have never even seen a photo of it,
Wow.
and it my wife bought me a couple boxes for Christmas just to have that excitement. You are a Chris Bryant guy. Believe it or not, I pulled a Chris Bryant Bowman Chrome auto from 2014 Bowman out of it.
There you go.
So that was a surprise, but um, yeah, I've yet to see the 2014 Bowman Chrome Michael Taylor Superfractor, and it's crazy because I have like I have the 3 of 5, I have the 3 of 10, the 3 of 15, 3 of 25, 3 of 50. I think I have the
Wow.
3 of 99. So his jersey number was 3. I've been able to track down his actual jersey numbers almost going through the rainbow, but I can't find the Superfractor. So that's always been a fun thing with chasing rainbows.
Yeah.
That's why parallel cards are fun, but it's gotten a little like we are creating
Yeah.
patterns and colors now that
Overdone.
is,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's all because manufacturers want people to believe scarcity is there, but
Yeah.
also it allows them to sell more product and make more money.
Sure.
So
Sure.
um, but anyway, Victor, I have had a great time, man. I do appreciate you coming on. Again, everybody go check out his channel, follow him on Instagram, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, let us know your thoughts. Which cards are you focusing on? Are you focusing on any one particular set? Um, and yeah, anything else? Last minute opinion.
That's it. Bobbles, man. Thanks for having me on. Love it.
Thank you, man. As always, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and until the next video, I'm out.